changing. Who knows? Who knows? Hey, girl. Hey, girl. What if they ask how many men you are seeing? Laugh it off. Act like they just said the funniest joke ever. Oh my God, you're so funny. You're so funny. I don't ask you about your women. Move on. Change the subject. All right. It's none of their business. Right. If men are too much in your business, change the subject. Redirect. Learn how to redirect. Learn how to laugh. Learn how to giggle. Learn how to be funny. Okay? Can all races of men be providers? Yes, ma'am. Is a guy co-parenting with his ex a red flag? With a dog? Oh, yeah, that's a hella red flag. My Callie's coming out. That's the most red flag you could ever have in the universe. That is crazy. Okay? Yeah, I'd leave that alone. I'd be on to the next. Okay, that's just a cop-out. They're still laying down together. It's just a cop-out. They still together. Okay? How to become a high-quality woman, know your worth, and charge tax. Quit dealing with men that want to lower your value. Not even a child, a dog. Yeah. Somebody will fall for it though, ladies. Somebody that doesn't know their worth. Remember, what did I say? Men know your worth. They're just trying to see, will you settle for that? These are all objections, ladies. You guys have to realize, when you go places, say stuff, there's always going to be a rebuttal. There's always going to be somebody that's going to try to battle you on shit. Always. Oh, wait, you could be saying the most truthful thing ever, prove it with stats, statistics, show them in their face, and they will still say, "No, that ain't true. Nah, you lying, that ain't true." You can literally prove it to people. That ain't true. There's always going to be objections in life. So just because one man objects your value, it doesn't mean that the value isn't there. On to the next. Okay? You got to treat it like sales. Just because most people in this chat can't buy a Lamborghini, does that mean Lamborghini starts having discounts? Cyber Mondays? Does that mean Lamborghini starts saying buy one, get one free? No, Lamborghini is still the motherfucking price. $500,000. Do you have it or not? No? Okay. Well, but you're willing to pay it? Okay, cool. So let's start out with a big cash deposit. Let's check that credit. Okay, let's have you rent to own. Some of these men will have to rent you until they can put a ring on it. Let them be on the roster until they're ready to propose. That's what it is, guys. I'm telling you the real. Okay? You don't lower your value because people don't see the value. It doesn't mean the value's not there. They just can't afford it. Next. Okay? Come on, guys. Where should I go to find high-value men? Put yourself in a high-value man's shoes. Where would he be at? Traveling for business, at business conferences, at meetings, networking. He'd be out at social hour. He'd be in the nice part of town. Would he be on Slauson? Would he be on Figueroa? Would he be in the hood? No. Okay? We got to realize this. He's not going to be there. If you live in the hood, get your ass up and go drive to the nice part of town. Boom. Somebody said I never need to look for him. Period, queen. Now get one to put a ring on your finger. Boom. Challenge yourself. Boom. You're already attracting them. That's already half of the battle. If you're already attracting these men, ladies, that's already half of the battle. How you guys are losing the men is you're discounting yourself. Okay? Remember that when things are too heavily discounted, what did I say earlier? Men don't want it. If you're worth literally millions of dollars and you're discounting yourself, hey, you know what? We'll give you, if you went to a car to buy $1 million Bugatti and they said, you know what? We'll make you a deal. We'll make it $100,000 for you today, right now. Something wrong with that car. Drive off, that car is gonna blow up. That car is gonna spin out of control. I don't want it. What? You don't want this $100,000 discount? I don't want it. But the car's worth $1 million, sir. Nope. I don't want it. I'll test drive it, but I'm not gonna purchase it. Too sus. That's how men are thinking with you ladies. You guys are way too valuable and discounting yourselves so heavily to where men don't want to commit to you. They just want to test drive you because you're scary. You're scaring them. You've lowered your value so low that men don't even trust to date you. So let me just test drive you around the corner, see if I'm interested in these types of cars anyway, because they're letting me test drive it. I didn't come all the way down to this dealership for nothing. I didn't take her on a date for nothing. So let me just hump on her real quick. Let me test drive her, get a couple of humps in, but I'm not going to marry it because she's discounting herself way too much. She's allowing me to lay down with her, and I've never even invested anything into her. I've not wined and dined her. I've not courted her. I've not nothing. And she still texts me. She's still this. She's still that. I'm going to test drive the car. I'm going to test drive it. I'm going to see what it's hitting for. I'm not stupid now. I'm a man. I'm going to lay down. I'm going to see what it feels like. But I'm not going to marry it. Oh, no. Something's wrong with this car. Okay? That is how men are thinking. That's how men are thinking. And I hope this is breaking it down better, guys. I hate to compare us to material items because we're worth way more than these cars that I'm even discussing. But this is just an example. I hope you guys understand that I have to give different examples because people learn differently. Some people are visual. Okay? You have to think about it like that, in that way. Thank you, lovely Jazz. You're the best, girl. Here we go. What do you think of having bills paid before committing to an exclusive relationship? I think it's required. I put it in my new ebook that's dropping on the 21st. Stay tuned for that. It's required for commitment. Okay? We're not going off of words. We're going off of actions. Okay? We're going off of actions. We cannot depend on words. It's 2025. Okay? Good job, Dandy. I know that's right, girl. Okay, I know that's right, girl. Should I focus on my looks before focusing on dating? No, Bree. You should pour into your looks as much as you can, but you need to start dating whenever possible because here's the thing. We can always look better. I look better now than when I was 21. I really feel like, personally. I feel like I look better, I sound better, I feel better now than when I was 21. If I would have waited till now to date, I would have been dating from a place of not knowing what the hell I was doing. You guys wouldn't have never even known me, right? And I'd be starting from zero. So you need to jump in as soon as you can. Jump in when you can, when you're ready. You can always level up. We can always level up our looks. Always. What if you live in a small town with no rich areas? That's an excuse. Somebody had to build that town from the ground up. If you live in a town with no rich men, they don't have to be rich to provide, sweetie. Any man can be a provider. If you are looking for a rich man, somebody's name is on these streets, right? Somebody's name is on the streets that bought these streets, that is a descendant of the person who bought these streets, that lives in that town. There's a mayor of that town. There's a business owner in that town. Towns cannot flourish without... Hello. How long's too long to wait till they propose? Did I say that right? Let me just explain. A year and a half max. If not, move on. Okay, don't waste your time. Don't waste your energy. Don't waste your youth. Yes, your youth. I don't care if you're 50 years old. Well, I'm 50. I'm not in a rush to get married. Okay, so just let him waste your time then. Let him waste your time then. Fuck. Thoughts on avoidant men? Fuck. Thoughts on avoidant men? Avoid them. Psychologists were trying to help y'all out by calling them avoidant so you can avoid them. When you are in a relationship with an avoidant man, it's telling you you're going to need to prove yourself. You're going to need to wait till he's ready. So what does that mean? You're not the prize, he is. So unless you want to be that woman that's not the prize, keep dating avoidance. I don't do those. You better be obsessed with me. You better be so obsessed with me that I get annoyed. Should we use dating apps? If you use them the way I use them, yes. If not, no. If not, no. Go out in person. If you have my dating app masterclass, yes, use them the way that I use them. If not, no. Because I'm telling you right now, the way that these dating apps are set up, they're set up for you to fail. They don't want you to meet a match. If not, they'd go out of business. So you need to use them the way that I teach you guys to use them, what to specifically look for in finding provider men. They're all over the dating app. You just don't know how to pick men. You don't even know what provider men look like.